to the Disaster Project, where I threw a boomerang 3 years ago, and I've been living in constant fear ever since then.
Oh my gosh. Where'd you throw it, at home or
Just
at the
outside.
park? Just outside. You went
As soon
outside
as
of
I leave
it.
my door every day, I'm just like,
You're
I
like,
have
oh
to
my
duck.
gosh, where's the boomerang coming from?
Exactly.
Uh, I'll say I definitely wasn't expecting that.
And I never expect it to come back.
Oh man, that's really funny and super random, and I didn't expect it. So yeah, hey everybody, welcome to the Disaster Project. It's Joe and Marcus. We only do an intro like this once every 10 episodes, so remember our name. We only actually introduce ourselves once every 10 episodes. But yeah, I figure since we're not doing video, we should sort of explain ourselves. Maybe we're tired. That's it. That's our explanation. No video.
No,
No.
my camera is broken, and some other excuse.
um, you know what's funny? Someone actually, I was texting, this is mad long ago. I was texting someone and they texted me like lies.com when I said something. And it's like a real website, like with government conspiracies or something. And I was like, oh, wow, interesting. And I was like, oh, wait, no, that's not what you were saying. I'm
Yeah,
lying.
yeah, nice.
But yeah, so I'm thinking for the future of this podcast, we're also not doing a Thursday episode this week because Hallows Eve, spooky, and we were busy.
Yeah, in the spirit of Halloween, we are giving you less this year.
Yeah,
And it's going to be a treat because you don't have to listen to us.
I ran out of candy and the local
Yeah.
kids beat me up. And actually, no, I was going to say, what were you going to say?
Speaking of Halloween, I have a fantastic story for you.
Okay, you can say your story because I always take over. I always, although I'm taking over right now, I always get feedback that I take over very quickly. That I'm like, "Shut up, Joe." Even though last episode I literally said "Shut up, Joe" or something.
Yeah, I was appalled.
I know it was wonderful. I was sad it didn't become a meme face, but
Yeah,
maybe next year. But I'm gonna try not to take over as much, but I can't help it.
All right.
Joe just doesn't know when. No, I'm just kidding. Whoops.
So yeah, before I got rudely interrupted yet again, so this is, so we again we're cutting it short. So we're Halloween night, very late in the night. We're both very tired. I think Marcus muted himself because I can't hear a word he's saying.
Yeah, I did. I'm just
Okay.
wait. I was coughing actually.
No, yeah, it's fair. You called me out every time I muted myself on one episode, so I'm just gonna do it now. So yeah, really funny story. So, I think you know this. So Megan and I bought a ring cam like a year or 2 years ago. So like, just to see who's at the front door, if it's anyone shady, or if, I just want to mess with people, like screaming at them as they walk by.
Yeah, I was saying that to kids yesterday. But
Nice.
yeah, but continue.
So, but yeah, so I lost my train of thought. We went out trick or treating.
Yeah.
So we went out trick or treating, and pretty much we were gone for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I brought Madison back home because she was cold. It was cold out, but so I was already home for like 10 more minutes. Megan was with her sister-in-law and her niece and nephew, so she would be like doing their own thing. But on their way back, they show up to our front door, and then there's this random guy standing at our front door handing out candy.
Yeah, because you sent me the ring footage, and
Yeah.
I didn't realize at first he handed it to your cousins or nieces or whatever. Your
Yeah,
nieces?
yeah.
Niece and nephew?
Yeah, the niece and nephew. So he's like standing at our door. I think he was trying to steal candy because we had it on the table.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if he wasn't dressed up, he was a grown ass man in a hoodie, and I think he was just putting it in his pocket. So then he just like starts handing the candy to He's like, "There you go, buddy." Here you go, have a happy Halloween.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
what
my wife just looks at him like walking past him into the house, and he just left. And I think he like broke one of our ornaments on the way out.
what?
Yeah,
What a
because
jerk.
yeah, but it's happened before. But yeah, I think I'm gonna send you the footage again. Maybe we should just post it on the
I was thinking
Instagram.
we should post it on the Instagram or something
It's so funny.
because
Um,
yeah, she didn't enjoy it. You could tell that she was like, "Yo,
yeah,
what are you doing in my
she
house?"
was so confused because she's like, "This is what is it? What?"
He's like, "Happy Halloween!" I love that your niece and nephew were just like all in. They were like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks," because they took the candy. Like, but yeah, that's crazy. And like, you would have, I don't know. I guess you would have seen, but you would have never had footage of that if you didn't have the Ring camera. I love having my. Well, I have the Eufy, which is a different brand, but it works the same. Yeah.
I've never heard of that brand, but
Really?
it also sounds like a character from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, yeah. It is a character from Final Fantasy. They do
Yep,
mad stuff. They're one of the best ones that don't have a subscription, which is why we went with that one. So they have like you get the camera, and I have the doorbell and like the cameras all around. Um, and they give you like a home base, and everything downloads to the home base, so that you don't need to pay like $1 or two a month or whatever, or do anything extra for
that's
like
cool.
the full set of features. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, I might. I mean, if whenever we move,
Yeah.
probably look into that.
I like jumped full in. Like I have, and you know what it is? It's Anchor. Do you remember Anchor batteries? Or Anchor? You always had an iPhone, so probably not.
Yep. Nope.
Well, they got really popular. One, making batteries for like when you could take out the batteries out of your phones back in the day, and then they also make like, wow, you made me lose my train of thought. Oh, they also
I didn't do anything.
then they also started making those portable chargers, the fast portable chargers with the USBs and stuff. And then that's how they got really popular. But then out of the last like 3 years, they started buying up companies that do other stuff. So they bought, and we have it. They bought a company that makes the robo vacuums,
Okay.
and I think it's Ecovax is the company or something. And now that's owned by, or no, I think Eco. I don't remember, but we have the Robo Vacuum. That's Anchor and slash Eufy, and then they bought a company that does all the like peripherals for your house, the doorbell, the cameras, and whatever. And then they just put out a door lock, and I have everything. I have the cameras, the door lock. I have all that stuff for no reason. No, it's really cool though and fun, and not the topic of our podcast at all.
I mean, we don't really start with a topic like ever, so
That's true. That's
yeah,
true.
we just go in and make magic or whatever.
Yeah. Um, but I used my camera because we put out our candy. At first, we were like, "Oh, let's go out and like give all the candy, whatever." But when it was cold, and then like every
It was
time I opened
freezing.
the door, Buddy was flipping out. And then Ashley's family was here, and they brought their like pit bull, which I talked about Loki.
Yep.
And every time Buddy flips out, he wouldn't flip out, but he would bark, and it's really deep. And then his deep bark would make Buddy flip out more. And then, yeah, so he like, so Buddy would be like, "Brr," and he'd be like, "Roo, roo," and then they would just start flipping out, and then it was mad crazy. And then I was like, I'm just gonna put the candy outside.
Yep.
like I was like, I'm just gonna put it outside. We have the doorbell. The only thing was I put a little table, like a, I don't know. It's a nice one, but it's like the sofa table thing,
Yeah.
and I really like the sofa table. And I was really like, even though I did live in a nice area, I
Are
was
you
like,
saying like an ottoman or like what do you mean?
no, it's like a TV dinner tray,
A
sort of.
snack tray and a snack table,
Yeah.
fold
Yes,
out
yes,
table.
yeah. I realized a
Okay.
sofa table is something totally different.
I don't. I still don't know what a sofa table is. It just sounds like an ottoman. Like you just don't know what an ottoman is.
That's not a table though.
I know. That's why I was so confused.
Oh no, yeah, it's like a TV dinner tray, I guess. It's like a
It's
little
like
thing.
a table for your feet.
It's like a table, but instead of like putting food on it, you put your feet on it, and it's all cushiony. um.
Yeah, there was also an Empire about them back in. You
Oh,
never heard of the Ottoman Empire?
yeah, I just thought there was a whole episode of the show Empire based on
Oh my god,
Silvertail,
no,
and I was like,
no,
one, how do you know that? Do you do you need to talk about you watching Empire?
no. I've
No,
never seen a single
but I
episode, and I
got
don't
it.
plan on it.
But it
Oh,
clicked afterwards. Yeah, Ottoman
yeah.
Empire. Anyway, it was a dinner tray or something. You want me to send you a photo of one?
I know I own several. It's okay.
Okay, all right. But
Yeah,
this one's
no.
nice and fancy, not like
You just
yours.
don't say sofa table, you knob.
You not. No more British TV for you.
Oh, it's terrible. It's consumed me, which is another fantastic segue that we need to go on to.
So, so I left it outside, and I was like, I really hope some kid isn't like, I like this table, like takes the table.
Oh man.
Like no one did. But what did happen is these freaking little a-hole kids. They were, well, I guess they were like taking mad candy. We honestly, we kind of didn't do too great this year. I never realized how expensive candy was. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, and that's why you always go to the neighborhoods with the full bars,
I know
because
they're the
that's when you
nice,
know they rich. Yeah,
rich neighborhoods. Seriously,
exactly.
because I was like, listen, I'm a new homeowner. You guys aren't getting the new candy, the nice good bars
Yeah.
or whatever. So I just bought like, I don't know. I bought like two $15 bags of candy. And one of them was like, I guess the Tootsie stuff, like Tootsie Rolls, Tootsie the Lollipops, Tootsie Pop,
Mhm.
um, different chocolates, and then a few like mini, like I guess Snickers or whatever. It was mostly chocolate. And then we bought an alternative, which was like bottle caps and like the other Tootsie Rolls that aren't chocolate. And Laffy Taffies, which I love Laffy Taffies. I thought they were all good. They were all decent. It wasn't like the best candy in the world, but I'd be happy to eat it anytime. Anyway, these damn children. Ashley was like, I hate kids. Like,
Yeah, she texted Megan. I never really followed up on what happened there.
it was because of this.
Yeah, I
Because
bet.
and it's not the younger kids. The younger kids are great. They were like they came, they're like, oh candy, and then like I scared like three by mistake. Because the other day, and this is off topic sort of, randomly for no reason, my porch light went out and then my driveway light went out at the same time. I thought it was so weird. I feel like I don't know. Maybe there was a power surge on the outside. But like my driveway light went out and my porch light went out the same day, and it was the same day I saw some weirdo on our block.
All right, welcome back to the Disaster Project. We had some technical difficulties where we realized 15 minutes in that
Marcus is dumb.
yeah, that's 100%. No, we had some audio issues, so Marcus's microphone switched from his good microphone that makes him sound nice and handsome to the one that makes him sound like a crackhead.
Hey everybody, I'm back today. I think that's what a handsome person sounds like. I wouldn't know. Yeah, so I'm dumb and some settings messed up and I didn't double check, and I apologize for this drop in quality. It's something I'm not used to, and I strive to be the best I can be to bring you the quality that you know and love every single day, and I work my best to why no, seriously. I just hear you like gasping like this idiot. So yeah, sorry about that though. Yeah, my mic, I don't know. I must have forgot to press save on the
Yeah,
settings. And
we have 15 subscribers now on YouTube. Like, you need to get serious
I
here.
need to get serious, you know.
Yeah.
Um oh my gosh,
You
I'm
don't
just
even shut your
failing
phone off.
us. I'm failing us on all aspects. Oh,
I'm just gonna mute
Ashley.
you for the rest of the episode, and I'm gonna vamp. Tell my own stories.
Blah.
Blah. I don't
Uh,
speak blah blah blah.
oh, whoops! I just sent you a text by mistake. It was a Google auto text. Those
Yeah,
always mess me up.
always.
It just says
Always,
okay.
always. You always just send me auto text. It's like I don't even talk to you. I just talk to your phone half the time.
Google's like, how is the family? Um. Anyway, I was
you
talking
left
about
off. You left off on your absolutely
delicious candy.
Yeah, yeah, your delicious candy that I'm not in any way ashamed of.
Anyway, so I didn't get the greatest candy, but I would have been happy with it. And all the little kids enjoyed it. And they were like, ooh, candy, thanks. Oh, this is what I was saying. I went to change the light bulbs because they both inconspicuously went out. Both light bulbs, my front porch and the garage door light bulbs. I don't know how. And it was the same day that there was a creepy guy walking around our neighborhood. No, he was like a neighborhood watch guy, but I don't know. We live in a nice neighborhood that there's nothing to watch out for except the guy in a neighborhood watch get up. I don't know. Anyway, so I changed the front porch one, but I didn't have enough bulbs for the driveway one. So the second, and I have the doorbell, and I just didn't have my phone on me. The second I go to open the door, there's a little girl there grabbing candy, and I scared the crap out of her. Like, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and she was like, "Ah!"
Nice.
And I was like, "Grab as much candy as you want." I'm sorry. And then I went and changed the bulb, and then that happened twice because then I couldn't see that it was on. And then I went back out to double check, and there was another little kid there. I scared that little kid,
Nice.
and I was like, "All right, I'm not going outside anymore."
You're just a horrible human being. You
And then
scare kids.
yo, for real. But the little kids were great. And then it's like I don't know the tweens, maybe the 13 to 16-year-olds. They're like horrible, and they were taking handfuls of candy or whatever, which I didn't care. It's not like we had that many people, but
I'm
uh,
just so surprised that the 16-year-olds were like we were delightful when we were that age.
what are you? I don't know if you're being. I was
I'm
like,
not being.
yeah.
I think we were like no, we were like 17 when I told you might have to stab a hobo. So
But we were. I don't know if I should say that. Yeah, no, I'll say it. I'll say it. We were 16 when we went to Quick Check and stole smoothies. Yeah, do you
yeah,
remember that?
that was the
On
first time we
Halloween.
hung out.
That was on
It,
Halloween.
that was on Halloween.
Yes,
I
because
didn't. I don't remember that. I think it was the first time we hung out. No,
wait, maybe we were just delinquents.
I mean we were, but
Anyway, I was always respectful of other people. Maybe not corporations, but other people's property. Um, so they were like grabbing handfuls of candy and like sorting through it, and then just throwing pieces of candy they didn't want on the floor. Um, and then like we didn't notice that. Like we just saw they were mad kids rummaging through the candy, and then we were like, whatever. There's less kids out this year, and we have mad candy. And then we went to walk Buddy at night, and it was like I don't know 11:30 or something. And in our driveway, all the sucky snacks, which I didn't think they were sucky, but like it was like the banana Laffy Taffies, like like it wasn't like all of our candy was on the floor. It was like a bunch of
90% of the candy is
no,
you.
it was like specific ones. So like all the strawberry Laffy Taffies people took, all the like
Yeah,
Tootsie Rolls and the chocolates everyone took, but there was like banana Laffy Taffy, which I like. I don't know. The bottle caps were all over the floor.
bottle
Like
caps are pretty good.
I thought I just ate one and I was like, "Whoa, this is really good."
Yeah,
It was like bottle caps and like the Tootsie Rolls that weren't chocolate, which I just had one a little while ago too, and that was really good too. But those were like all over and and I was like, "Seriously, like you suck." And then this morning we go to walk the dog, and across the street there is also candy all over the floor, and we look and it's pretty much all the same candy flavors, but it's our candy that we unless our neighbors bought the same candy. So then we picked those up because I don't know, we're the asshole house that has our candy all over the street. But yeah, it was really annoying, and I I dislike children or tweens, and I don't know how I'm going to deal with our tweens when I have one or two or seven.
Only one.
No, I only want one. So I can keep my office.
I mean, that's fair. I just don't. I really don't want to share Madison.
With another kid.
If I have a second kid and they somehow listen to this in 20 years,
I want to listen to my dad's old podcast.
yeah,
I don't want to have a kid. If I have a kid, it's going to be a mistake. No.
yep,
And I'm going to hate him on the inside.
yep.
No.
Whoops.
No. No, but I get it. I kind of, yeah, it's a lot of work. I'm not ready for the second child. Well, I don't have my first child yet, but
Yep.
when I do, I won't be ready for the second child responsibility. Unless I have twins.
They always say that the second child's like the devil child.
I don't know. I was the better. Actually, no. I was the smarter child. I love my brother, but I was more devious, I'll say.
Yeah.
I got away with it more, so I don't know if that
Yeah.
counts me as the better child. Like, I was a child that knew how to not get caught, and he was the one who was always in trouble. Actually, no, I was in trouble a lot in grammar school, but that was
Yeah,
only because of my grades. Because
true. Yeah.
I had a system, and I know this. I knew this then, and I knew this now, and I could have just worked all year, but I was too mischievous. So, so, oh my gosh, this is so funny. So when I was we had 4 marking periods in a semester or whatever of class in grammar school or grade school or whatever they call it nowadays. And my system was first marking period. I would always, like, I don't know, I hadn't been in school from summer, so I'd always do really good because I gave a crap. And I would get like a 90, 85 or something decent, like 85 to 90. That was my first semester across the board. First marking period, 80 to 95.
It's also pretty much the easiest one to get an 80, 95 in.
Shut up. No, you're right. So that's probably it too.
I wasn't trying to be a dick. I was just saying,
No,
like,
you're right.
If you were just trying to get a good grade so you could slack off for the rest of the year, that was a good time to do it.
Yeah, so I would always get like an 80 to 95, let's say that.
Yeah.
And it would be decent. Like, I didn't work too hard, but I did my homework at least.
Yeah.
And then second marking period and third marking period, I would do absolutely nothing. Like, literally not even the bare minimum. I wouldn't do homework. I wouldn't even bring my books out of my desk. Like, I would literally chillax. And second marking period, I wasn't grounded yet because they didn't know, because I didn't get report cards. So
why didn't you get report cards?
Well, you would get it. Like, the first marking period was good, and then I would be free to do whatever I want between first and second marking period, like before I get my second report card. Right, so I'd be free to do whatever I want. I wouldn't do any homework. I wouldn't do anything. I would chillax for a whole marking period, not doing nothing. And I would get like a 50 to 55 to 60, depending the class. And then third marking period, no, actually, I would get like a 70 for the second marking period, which ain't that bad. 60 is 70. I usually failed 2 classes my second marking period. Then third marking period was like, I was grounded, but I was so angry I was grounded because my second marking period was so bad. So third marking period, I was grounded, but every time I would get grounded, my parents would force me to put all my game consoles and everything in a box. And I remember my dad worked at Iron Mountain, and it's like this big paper filing box, and it fit like mad stuff in it. So I would stack the game consoles.
Is it like one of those boxes like where you have a lock on it, or like it's just
no. It's like a paper box, like
okay.
Almost like a moving box, but it has a lid instead of like folding on itself.
Gotcha. Okay, because like Iron Mountain used to.
That would be smart if they did that. If my parents did that,
because like there's like the Iron Mountain box bins that you just like slip the paper in between like a little crevice.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, no, not those. It's like a paper box. So I would stack my game consoles with newest on the bottom and oldest on the top, and my parents couldn't tell the difference. So they would take my game console by box, and I would obviously just hide my controllers in my room or whatever. They would look through, make sure all my consoles are there, be like, okay, and put it in their room, and then and then I would make sure they would go to work, and I would skip school for that day, go into their room, get the box out, take the PlayStation. It was the slim PS2. Take the slim PS2 out of the bottom of the box and put everything back perfectly. And the slim PS2 was small enough where it slid underneath the dresser.
Nice.
Like there was a little, so I would keep it under there, and then I would just play games at night. So I would be up like from when my parents went to bed at like 10:30. I'd just be up till 10:30 till like 6 a.m. and chillax playing games, and then like sleep in school most of the day. And I never ever, like, they never had any clue. Like I just kept playing games, and it's all thanks to Sony's slim consoles.
Nice.
I wouldn't be able to do that with no giant PS5 that's coming.
I was gonna say you could not accomplish that ever again.
Even the PS4 Slim is too big. Like all these consoles now are way too big to do anything like this.
Yeah.
And then I would play games all night and be super tired in school. So then third marking period, even though I was grounded, I would do really bad and get like a 50 to 60 or something. And then the final marking period, it was my A game. Everyone was disappointed in me. I needed to get a good summer. So I would work hard and get like a 95, 96 in every single. My teacher would be like, listen, you need a 94 to pass this year in 2 classes. I don't think you're going to pass. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And they're like, you don't seem like you're taking this seriously. And I'm like, it's fine. And they'd be like, do we need to talk to your parents? And I'd be like, no, it's good. And then I would get like a 95, 96 in like every single class. And it only made everyone angrier. Everyone was only more angry with me because they were like, what the hell? If you could just get a 95, 96, add it like out of your ass whenever you want. Why didn't you just get an 80 all year and not be grounded?
Yeah.
like which is true, but
it's true, but at the same time, like I kind of understand your system where you just like did whatever you wanted to.
Yeah, so I did that every year until I graduated high school. Well, no, in high school, my parents were like, we got the system. I think by like freshman year or something like that, they were like, yeah, he's gonna do really bad his second and third marking here. Like, and then he'll bring it home, whatever. He's like 16 now. Like, I don't give a crap anymore. like by
he's been playing us like a damn fiddle for 10 years now.
Like they were like, I don't even care anymore. Like he's gonna graduate. Like whatever. Yeah. Like, and it worked. Except for that one time in like 5th grade where I got left back and it didn't work. But
and then also the time we had to take summer school together. but okay.
I forgot about that. No, you know what's funny? Dude, I actually tried for that class.
I hated.
I just sucked at biology or whatever. Same, and my teacher hated me.
Same. Did we have the same teacher?
I think we did.
I think so too. No, wait. Sorry. We didn't have the same class together, but we might have shared the same teacher at different periods.
Yeah, we had the same teacher, but not the same class time or something.
Yeah, because we met in general science the first year.
Yeah. But yeah, so I actually tried for that class and I did really bad. Even summer school, Ashley.
I didn't. That was actually the first time I ever skipped class was her class.
Really?
Yeah, and
no, I was a veteran by then.
Oh, that was. I think that might have been the first time I got sash too.
For being winning a beauty pageant.
Yeah, I got that.
I forgot. Wait, sash was like enhanced detention, right? Pretty much.
It was 2 hours after school rather than like 30 minutes. Yeah, I got sash like all the time after that. It was just like whatever at that point. Like
I got sash a few times. I got a lot.
That was the only thing. That was the only thing motivating me to do work.
Yeah, like no, I would like draw. I got sash a few times, and I had beautiful illustrations by the end of sash.
Nice. Yeah.
Like I would just draw one photo for like 2 hours, and then but I only got sash I feel like a few times, or I just blocked it from my memory.
So yeah, so that I don't remember the exact translation of the acronym, but in our high school, Sash was 2 hours after school. Um, when I moved,
Uh-huh.
I got they had Saturday detention where I moved, and I think I got it once, but there was one time it was just like regular detention though, where I got detention for some reason.
Uh-huh. Yo, that's
And
crazy. Saturday detention. I can't
yeah,
even get my mind around
yeah, no, I would hate
it.
that. I don't
But
even. I'm pretty sure I've had it once, but I don't remember at all. But anyway, so I had detention once, and I just really didn't want to go. Like I was just like, I can't be bothered. I'm gonna skip. And then my friend was like, "Don't skip. I'll just go for you." And so yeah. So his name was Mike. He was crazy dude, but he went for me. Like the teacher who was I guess overseeing detention
yeah.
that day, or usually they didn't know either of us, so he just went as me and signed in as me, and he was just like, I have to get homework done, so I'm just gonna this is the only way I'm gonna do it, so
Didn't they
I'll just
check
go for you.
IDs? I feel like
We
our
didn't have IDs. And
oh,
yeah,
because our old school had IDs when you
yeah,
and they would check IDs, but that's so
yeah,
funny.
they checked. We had to have our ID all the time. We couldn't have it obstructed. It-
Yeah.
yeah, that was weird, and
Like
we had to do everything for it. We had to get lunch with it.
yeah. That
S-
was horrible.
we
It was
couldn't
like
enter the building without it.
it was like prison.
I remember I drew a mustache on my ID
On your
once,
ID.
and I got sash.
Did you?
Yeah.
Sash? That's the upgraded punishment for a mustache.
Yeah.
Wow. Great. And I
Yeah.
never wore a uniform and I didn't get anything. Well, we had to wear did we have to wear oh yeah, we had to wear uniforms pretty much getting into high school. That's when they made it a
Yeah.
rule,
Our first year there was when they made it a rule. Yeah.
which was horrible. But
I didn't. It wasn't the worst uniform ever.
I
I
just
didn't mind it.
wore it. We had to wear the shirt with the B, and I
Yeah.
just wore a light gray shirt of the same color,
Nice.
and it didn't matter.
You were just you had to rebel somehow. I was less subtle. I was the guy who wore the bright red
I
and
know.
black checkered
Yeah,
hoodie
yeah.
all the time. And I had purple hair.
Yeah, no, I was more subtle with my deviance.
Yeah.
I was like, these are light khakis, not dark khakis like you want. You'll never catch me.
I
But
had because we had to wear a lanyard to hold our ID around our neck, and I remember my lanyard looked like it was just stripes. I don't know if you remember
oh
this.
yes,
It
I
was like a
do.
dark blue lanyard or a black lanyard, and it was just stripes. But if you looked closely at the lanyard, it just said "fuck you, fuck you." Fuck
I remember that. Oh
that
my
was
gosh.
that was my favorite. I missed that lanyard so much.
Thanks, Hot Topic.
Yeah, I think it was Spencer's, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah, probably Spencer's. They did more of that.
yeah,
But that's really funny. I
yeah.
don't know how we got to school. Oh, just me talking about me being
And
a delinquent.
school is pretty great. I don't like. It's just weird relive like talking about it when you're 26
And
and yeah,
almost an adult. No, sort of an
almost an
adult.
adult. Yeah, well, you're almost 27, right?
Yeah, I'm almost in December.
Yeah. Okay. I knew you were because I knew you were older than me, and your birthday was in December. I just forget if you were already 27, and I was just being a really bad friend that knew you for like
No,
15 years
me
now.
too. I forget too.
Once you hit 25, you just fucking
Once I was able to rent a car without them robbing me blind, I didn't
exactly.
care anymore. Like,
Well, they say that your brain stops developing at 25, so I'm in bad fucking shape right
you're like, this is where I'm stuck.
now. Yep.
That's really funny. But yeah, we never finished. We just trailed off the Halloween thing. Um,
There's
so
more to that.
only a little.
You just bought shit candy and expected people to enjoy it. I'm kidding.
Maybe you're right. You might be right, but the little kids enjoyed it, and that's what mattered. But that's
Yeah,
not what
no.
I was going to talk about. I was just going to talk about my Halloween in general.
Oh.
Because Ashley's family, we had like an adult sleepover, sort of. Ashley's sister and her parents. That sounded weird, right?
Yeah, it did sound weird.
We had them. Ashley's family slept over, and we like played scary movies. Actually, honestly, we mostly played a scary game for like 9 hours
Yeah, it was
until dawn.
you might have broken up when you said that.
Oh, it was until dawn. Do you hear me still?
Yes, I hear
Bam,
you.
boom. Um, so so we played until I honestly because like I don't know, I skipped the first like hour. I already played Until Dawn. I beat it like when it came out, and the first hour is like just I don't know horror movie cliche. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, we're going to a cabin in the woods," and they're like, "Yeah, man, let's party and drink and bully the geeks." And then she dies.
Yeah.
Like you like my impression of the first, and literally that's how I was like, guys, I'm skipping the first hour. It's a waste of our time. This is what it's like. Um,
It was
and
pretty good plot point though.
yes, but also when I remember when I played it, I was like, I don't care. Just bully her and let her die already. That's
You're
horrible to
horrible.
say, but it's
You're
a
horrible.
video game person.
Yeah. No, I
um, so we played that. I don't remember the point. Oh, but I ended up staying really. Everybody was up later than they've ever been, except probably me. Because we got through the whole thing and it was really good. I killed like almost everybody.
nice.
The first time I played through, everybody lived.
I think only two people died for me, or one person.
I
I,
cheated a little, but
I couldn't. I couldn't. I just
no.
felt so guilty if I like played the system, you
Well,
know?
no, you know what I did? I only did it for one person. I think it was very close to the end. I got it to the very end, and I want to say Claire, but you probably haven't played the game in mad long. So I should
I
probably.
want to though. I have such
Oh,
a
so I
I
have
have a
another.
backlog, even though I have a backlog of games that I already own that I want to replay.
So I have a side story too, then, which is good. It's about PS Now. Um. Anyway, so, and for anybody who doesn't know what this is, Until Dawn is a game that plays mostly like a movie. You mostly just like make split second decisions. And it's pretty much like a horror movie kind of trope, not really, where if you make the wrong decision, the characters die and then they die for real. And the whole goal is to get everybody alive through the whole night and like get the good ending, sort of. So at the very end, something happened and I like missed like my I remember I was one of the creatures was jumping at me and I was playing and my controller died. And it murdered me and I was like, "Damn it." And I turned on my I don't remember if it was PS3 or PS4. But then I found another controller and then I was like, "Forget this." And I just quit the game and went back in because I was like, "I do not accept this death."
Dude, that's I mean that's fair. That's not but also if your controller died while you were having this experience in real life, you would fairly die. Like it'd be
In my real life controller.
yeah, exactly. If your real life controller died and you couldn't make the decision
To shoot him
like
in the face.
shooting.
But so yeah, that's the so yesterday when we played, I was like, guys, I know most of the decisions. Like I know most of it. Do you want me to just let you choose and let whoever die? And they were like, yeah. Like, so
Nice.
there was a few of them and I made everybody survive until the last like 20 minutes. And I killed like 3 or 4 people. And it was mostly my fault. Like it was the small sections where you have to like aim and shoot where
Oh yeah.
I like wasn't fully paying attention and it was like, "Oh, you died." And I was like, "Damn it." Like and I was
Yeah.
like, "Sorry guys, that was 100% my fault." Like,
I want to replay it now. Like really bad.
so
There's also
uh,
there's the same people that made that. They made another game that's like also horror and I think it's like you have to play co-op or something.
oh,
I'll
that's
I'll look
too.
into it. Maybe we can
I would
play that
totally.
together. Yeah.
So, I'll talk about PS Now first. So I don't I think I borrowed the game or something when I played it, or I bought it and was like, I beat it. I'm never playing this again, and I traded it in. I don't know the case, but I don't have the game. So yesterday I was looking for it, and I was like, should I really buy this game? It's like $25 still. I don't know. And they were like, oh, try PlayStation Now, and I tried PlayStation Now when it came out, and I was on the like beta for PlayStation Now, and I was like, and it was like, oh, you pay like $4 a month, and then you have to pay to rent the games.
Oh, that's terrible compared
Yeah,
to how
and
it is
it
now.
and it's like Blockbuster pretty much. Like, oh, it's a
Yeah.
week. It's like $6 a week, or a month you pay like $13 for the whole month. And I was like, nah. And I never did it. And I literally like did the beta, and they gave me free games for the beta, and then it was super laggy, super rough. Like, and I was like, no, it's super laggy and rough.
Yeah,
Um,
now it's like what, $15 a month or something?
yes,
But you
not
get
even.
everything. You get everything.
It's $8 a month now,
Hmm.
and you get every game, like mad games. So I did a free trial, and that's how I streamed it. You have the option now to download the game too.
Yeah.
And I was
It's
like,
not every game, but yeah.
yeah, most games. So I streamed the whole game, and it ran great. It ran super good, like perfectly good.
I might have to look
And
back
then
into it.
so I streamed the whole Until Dawn game, and it was great. It ran perfect. I forgot I streamed it. It ran so good that by the end I was like, "Oh wow, I didn't even download this." It just like Netflix style streamed the whole game.
Nice. That's awesome.
And it played so well, and then it was like free. Like I did a
Yeah.
free trial, so I just was able to play the whole game. I didn't have to buy it or anything. And then I was just looking through the list, and even that's way better.
Yeah, I played it a few times. I think one of the times I wanted to play Red Dead Redemption again, and I just
Yeah.
I um yeah, I wanted to play Red Dead Redemption again, and I got like 20 minutes in, and it was just so laggy, like very split second, like,
Yeah, yeah.
but it made all the difference because it's an action game. So
Yeah. I don't know. It ran, and I'm also, I'll say I was wired in too. Like my PlayStation happens to be right next to the router. So I literally just wired into the router. So it's
yeah,
probably the best case scenario right now.
yeah. I think if you ever hope to have really good internet, you should hardwire your
Yeah.
system.
Um and now then I looked through their library. I played Crazy Taxi, the original PS2 one. Or not original, but the PS2 one for like 25 minutes. Then I played some Ape Escape 2. Then I played the arcade what is it? Altered Beast for set from Sega. Do you remember that game?
Yeah, that
It was horrible. I suck at it. And then I found every single Metal Gear game, which now I'm thinking of going back and starting over and playing every Metal Gear game. I've
I
been
did.
wanting to.
I You should do it chronologically.
Yeah,
I
well, oh yeah, yeah, by the
I did
order
it.
they
I did it chronologically. I think 2 years ago. They have
was it
way different
when
experience.
yeah, cuz I played it when the Metal Gear Solid collection came out on the PS3,
Hmm.
and I played through like I think it was just 1, 2 and 3 came out, and then I played 4 again, and then 5 wasn't out. So and then it was Peace Walkers.
Yeah,
And I loved it, and I had mad fun. And then like last year, I was like, man, I really want to play all the Metal Gears again. And I don't think there is anything on PS5. Or I wanted to play Metal Gear Solid 4, and that's like you couldn't find it. I didn't have my
yeah.
PS3 or my PS3 controller. It died, and I just didn't feel like buying a new one.
You can use PS4 controllers on
Yeah,
PS3.
I figured that out to play Dead Space.
Yeah,
And I just didn't have my PS3 at my house. I left it at my parents' house, and I don't know. I didn't want to go back to my parents.
yeah.
Not anything bad. I just didn't want to go back to their house and look for it.
Yeah.
So when I went back, they have every single. They have one the HD collection. They have 4. They have 5. The whatever the piece. I mean,
Phantom Pain,
Phantom Pain, and the other one, the smaller one,
Ground Zeroes,
Ground Zeroes. I'm glad you know all this.
or
And then
$40 for 2 hours of game.
seriously, and
Not
then they
even.
even had Rising Revengeance, which I loved. It was a lot of fun.
I replayed everything chronologically, and then I loved Rising. I couldn't finish Rising for
Just
whatever reason.
couldn't. You just couldn't block. You got to learn how to
No,
parry.
I can block like a fucking beast. I love that game so good. It's so good. But
I beat it, and then I went through all the DLC and bought all the DLC, and I'm thinking of doing that again with PlayStation Now. So I added a bunch of games. I also never played like Evil Within.
that's a good one. That's
So
pretty
they
much Resident Evil 4, only
yeah,
like
yeah.
on crack.
So they have both Evil Withins there. There's mad games that I was like, maybe I should give PlayStation Now another chance. Like when the
Yeah,
PS5 comes out and I finish playing whatever games.
yeah. Because also, like, we you still have PS Plus, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we get like a bunch of free games from PS Plus,
Yeah.
like permanently. So
But so yeah, I thought that was a really cool. And I was like, oh, I gotta tell Joe, PS Now is like kind of cool now.
yeah, like every time I go back to it, it's slightly better, but it's like not perfect, and it's always because of the lag. Like I
Yeah,
just it kills it. But they need to they. I'm glad they're getting better with it because Xbox Games Pass is like it's a monster, and they need
yeah.
to.
I think PS Now is like right there. Like
Yeah,
if they fix it, because I didn't have any issues, and I
yeah,
loved it, and I would totally pay for that subscription.
yeah.
But then, just this is what I wanted to talk about before I remembered the PlayStation Now. On Halloween, being up all night, I had a flashback memory of just in high school. I used to sleep over my friend's house, almost like every few weeks on Saturday to Sunday when then we would go to church together or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, and he had, and I had this kind of because Ashley's family has a pit bull. Even though I wasn't dying as much, my asthma was peak death in high school. It was peak dying all the time in high school. Any little thing, Bob's Burgers. Obviously, you dressed up as Bob's
Yeah,
Burgers.
I don't.
I was literally regular size Rudy. Like that was literally me. Like all the time. Like I was dying to breathe.
True.
um, so he had a pit bull, or it was a whatever. He had a pit bull, and when I would sleep over his house, whenever I was at his house, I was always dying. But it was I don't think I even knew you yet. Maybe it was before high school. But he was like one of my best friends, so we always hung out. So literally on Saturday to Sunday, I would always sleep over, even though I was dying. So we got into the routine where I would, before we went to his house, we would go to the local bodega by his store and buy a bottle of Benadryl,
Nice.
and then buy like 4 Rockstar energy drinks or whatever. Actually, no, you know what it was? They had, because we were broke high school or grammar school students, whatever. Arizona energy drink just came out, and it was like the cheapest energy. It was like $1.25, and it was like Red Bull, but Arizona. Have you never tried it
I
before?
don't think I ever tried it.
I gotta find one. You're gonna be disgusted. It was like crack. Like I don't know. It was whatever was illegal at the time. Arizona probably threw it in there.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like I don't know, low grade, high energy drink. Like, and we would buy like 4 or 5 of those, and then I would drink the Benadryl, like half the bottle of Benadryl, because I was always dying at his house. Like, take a nebulizer machine, and then just down like 3 energy drinks.
Just so you wouldn't fall asleep.
Because Benadryl,
Yeah.
especially me, I'm very susceptible. I'm too tired for this. It affects me greatly.
Yeah.
um, so I would be super tired, and then I would drink like 3 energy drinks, and then we would. And I spoke to Ashley when I was telling her this the other day, and she was like, Benadryl like affects a different area. So you just down 3 energy drinks for no reason, and no
Right.
matter what, you were gonna fall. Like the energy drinks, by the time you take the Benadryl, it just made you like high. Like she was like,
Yeah.
by the time you took the energy drinks, it did absolutely nothing because it affects it differently. Like what's keeping you up is a different thing than the Benadryl is making you tired. So yeah, so I would down 3 energy drinks, and then we would play games like all the time and stay up till like 6 a.m. And literally by the end of by like 5:30, I would be like falling asleep, standing up, playing the game, like swaying back and forth. And then I remember one time after doing this for years, I only really like this really stuck out to me because we were both super tired. I feel like we had Chinese food or whatever, and he had like some slight allergic reaction, and we both drank Benadryl. We both like literally we bought a Benadryl. I drank half and he drank half, and then we both down 3 energy drinks.
That's insane.
And then we were playing Batman Arkham Asylum when it first came out on the, I think, PS3.
Yeah.
Um, and I remember we were playing and we were so tired, and I was in the middle of playing and I was like falling asleep, and then I was like running into a wall, and I was literally running into the wall for like 15 minutes, and he was just watching the screen. Like not even noticing, like he was just watching the screen, watching me run into a wall, like if he was really watching gameplay. And then he would be like, "You're doing it wrong, let me get the controller." And then he would get the control, like, not, it wasn't
Oh
like,
man.
"You're running into a wall, give me the controller." It was like, "You're doing it wrong, I don't know why we're not getting past this part." And then he handed me the controller, and then he proceeded to, there was like a ramp, and he was trying to get up the ramp, and like, you remember, like, you couldn't like jump on the side of it or anything, like you had to go directly up the, because
Yeah.
games weren't that great. He was on the side of the ramp, like trying to jump onto the ramp, and he would do that for like 15 minutes. Like not realizing, like, I can't do this. He was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna jump."
You guys probably just got really high, like
Of
so
energy
high.
drinks and Benadryl.
No, it was the Benadryl
Oh
because
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
because you're not supposed to drink that much
it's like
Benadryl.
when people just drink cough medicine for
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, but we had a good reason, sort of. It was to stop my death. And then the next day, and this is like all the time, the next day, even with the Benadryl, because I guess it only lasts like 4 to 8 hours. And since we finished the bottle, I would be like super tired. And then my asthma was also bothering me, and the nebulizer wouldn't work super great. And what would help me was I would get an extra large black coffee with extra sugar from Dunkin'. And then I would like gulp the extra large hot coffee and like chug that and then get another one later on. Things we did as children. Like, yeah, so healthy living.
Okay, yeah, you could definitely get high off of Benadryl.
Were you looking that up?
Yes.
Yeah, so we were definitely just stoned and tired.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking how we did that all the time, sort of.
Yeah.
Like,
Normally it's like mild sedative effects, but when taken in large amounts can reveal the feelings of intoxication.
yeah, so yeah, we were high or drunk or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
But
Because you're explaining it to me, I'm like, you guys are totally high.
it was to promote my life.
Yeah.
Because literally, even with that, by the time I left, I was dying. I was like,
So
yeah,
like, yeah, no, I get it because I'm allergic to like pretty much all dogs except like there's hypoallergenic dogs like my dogs,
yeah,
but yeah, I'm allergic to like their saliva, but not their hair. But
yeah. That's how. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh well, no, I'm allergic to hair. Ashley's allergic to saliva and not their hair because we live in parallels. So,
no, well, I'm allergic to the hair.
oh, okay. I
I'm
thought
not
you.
allergic to my dog's hair because they're hypoallergenic.
Yeah, yeah. That's how Ash. I mean, that's how I am because I'm not allergic to Buddy because he has like
Yeah,
human hair.
yeah,
We
exactly.
glue it onto him. It's my
Yeah,
hair.
he's actually a Chihuahua. Just put
And
it-
I just, that's why I grow my hair out so I could just keep gluing hair onto him every season.
exactly.
I use nail glue and then it stays on for a long time.
That's awful.
Like,
Um, but yeah, I'm super allergic to dogs, so all my um sister-in-law's dogs were over yesterday, and I was just dying like at 2 hours in. So I'm like,
yeah.
I'm just separating myself, trying not to die.
I feel that. I
Yeah,
definitely feel that. Like, I usually, what works for me really well is Zyrtec. And I think my allergies have gotten just better. Zyrtec and an air purifier.
how are your allergies in a different state that's like severely less polluted than New Jersey?
They've been really good, I think. For the most part, I remember, it's funny when you're like healthy, you forget about all your issues or something. Like, you don't think about it unless you're having the issue.
Yeah.
It's like when your nose is stuffy, you're like, "Wow, I took for granted all my breathing of the last few weeks." um Even though right now I'm a little stuffy, but that's probably because dog remnants. But it's been good. It's been really good. I feel like I think it's a mix of like I now have central air with like real filters compared to like my
True.
AC.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, where it was just like
whatever
whatever
air is.
refrigerants.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
like refrigerant, and hopefully I clean that filter good, and
yeah,
whatever's outside.
yeah.
Like,
Big
um,
difference.
so it definitely makes a difference. And we checked like all the air filters, and they were like cleaned like right before we moved in or something.
Yeah.
So I feel like all together it makes a difference. Like not using an air conditioner, um, just it's nicer here. I think just because there's trees in my backyard. They were all making fun of me the other day because I said I have a forest in my backyard. I still don't know what to call it. It's mad trees.
Yeah.
Like I'm like that's a forest for
Just
me.
send me a picture and I'll help you
Well,
judge
no,
because
because they
maybe I can
were.
make fun of you next.
You know what
Who
it
knows?
is? Because in that forest, like a mile down is the highway.
And so it's just woods.
Yeah. Oh, that's yeah. It's woods. I guess
There.
forest is like I don't know. You're in Africa.
Okay.
No.
It's jungle. You're
Yeah,
getting
you're right.
you're going to different extremes.
But forest is much bigger, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just what woods. It's just woods, but I feel like woods is just as big.
Yeah, but woods is like a bunch of trees where it's like uninhabited by human life, but it's also not that big. Forest is like vast.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not vast.
Like you can get lost and die there.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah. I can't get lost. If I get lost and die there, I'm really
you,
dumb.
you
But
really don't. Yeah.
like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Okay. So I guess there's some woods back there, and then a highway a mile down.
Yeah.
But
Um
I forgot what I was saying.
no, yeah. No,
Or
I wasn't
uh
sure if you were done.
I we'll just say I'm done because I
Okay.
took over this episode too, and I don't remember. I think we were done.
I don't think you
I
did,
got
but
high with my friend,
yeah.
and I didn't know.
Yeah. Um I guess last few minutes before we end.
I also
Um
remember what I was saying. My
nice.
allergies are good. That we'll
Good.
say I breathe a lot better, except when it's like really forest pollution. I guess, but I guess that equates to a regular day in New Jersey. So
Yeah.
continue what you were gonna say now.
Oh, yeah. Um I mean, you know me. I ended up watching cuz so I recommended like two shows to you recently, I think, right?
Yeah, two British shows.
Yeah. I always loved British television, but you just brought me back to it and I realized it's just it's an addiction. It's so weird. But so I used to watch this show called Spaced, which
Mm-hmm.
it's only two seasons, but it's hilarious. And it's with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, which are the guys who starred in Shaun of the Dead and
Yeah,
Hot Fuzz.
which I loved all those movies.
Yeah, and so they just released a new Amazon video show called Truth Seekers, and it's like a paranormal kind of lighthearted show.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It mostly stars Nick Frost though, but it's awesome. So I just finished that. I'm rewatching Spaced, but also I got recommended because of Taskmaster. I get recommended everything with Greg Davis now
Oh,
on
you
YouTube.
really? Yeah,
Everything,
you send me a
everything,
lot of Greg Davies
I
stuff.
just keep getting it. And I'm just like, this is hilarious, so I'll keep watching. But I got recommended to watch one of his specials, and it was called "Firing Cheese Balls at Dogs."
Uh-huh.
No, sorry, firing cheese balls at a dog, but it's hilarious. So I've been watching that throughout the day when I have a moment.
What are you watching all this on?
My phone.
No, I mean website.
Oh, I just Googled it and it brought me to a Reddit page where someone was asking to share the Google Drive file of it,
Oh my gosh.
and
And you got
someone just
in? Or is
yeah
it a
yeah
public drive?
it's well it's a public drive, but I'm like gonna
That's so funny.
I'm actually gonna save it and I'll send it to
Yeah, I actually just found it when you were
Yeah,
saying that. I
yeah,
think
it's
I
super
found it.
easy. It's like the second Reddit. It's the first Reddit post you find when you
Yeah,
Google
that's
throwing,
so funny.
yeah, firing cheese balls at a dog. Um, it's I'm like I think I have like 20 minutes left of it, but it's really good.
That's yeah, I gotta check that out. And then The other was a new TV show. Oh, that's what you were just saying. That's the new
Yeah,
show.
yeah. Truth Seekers is awesome. I think you should definitely watch Spaced because, like,
What are you watching those on? Or are they both on Amazon? I
yes,
know
yeah, they're
Truth
both.
Seekers is on Amazon.
Yeah, Truth Seekers is on Amazon. Spaced has moved from Netflix to Hulu to Amazon over the past 10 years, so right now it's on Amazon. But I recommend them
Oh, yeah,
highly.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
I've
we
always wanted.
also uh-huh.
No, I've always wanted to just buy it so I don't have to fear that it's gonna go missing one day. But yeah,
Yeah,
alas,
that happened to me with Psyched. Have you ever watched Psyched?
I have. It's not. It's not my cup of tea, unfortunately.
What? I love that show.
Yeah.
Where did you watch it? I feel like
Mm.
you would really enjoy it. Did you watch I don't know, cuz the first episode's a little meh
It could have been
and
that. I could have just started because everyone. It's like with Breaking Bad. Like
yeah.
either everyone loved that show, which was a phenomenal show, but like
Yeah, yeah.
Megan can't get into it. No, like none of my family can get into it.
Yeah, cuz it definitely doesn't start off super great.
No.
Um I don't know, it was really good. We just watched it. They had a movie because the show finished.
Yeah.
And then 2 years ago they did a movie and then last year they did a continuation movie or something. Like they did two movies. So we went to watch it, the movie, and we ended up just watching a musical episode they did that was really funny and random. And it was like two back to back episodes that was a musical, and it was
Interesting.
really hilarious. It was on Peacock because ABC or NBC, I think ABC, now has their own app that's free, and it's like every ABC TV show they've ever like published, and it's on all TVs now. So we watched it on that, and it was really good and really funny. And I was gonna text you like you should watch this.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm so yeah, I don't know. Oh, I was gonna say I hijacked Ashley's family's Hulu account, but
Nice.
and they're gonna listen to this and be like, because they all stood over and we watched Bob's Burgers this morning. We watched a bunch of the Halloween's episodes. Um,
I want to watch. It's been a while since I watched it. Megan and I used to watch it all the time, but we don't watch TV with the baby because we don't like. She shouldn't really be growing up only watching TV. She should know how to do life skills.
like us.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
you haven't watched just general TV in a long
Exactly.
time.
We don't have TVs on around here, around
Yeah.
her. But also we took the TV out of our room anyway. So
Yeah, you know what's funny? Since like when we were moving, in the process of moving, we sold all of our furniture.
mm-hmm.
So we kept the TV though. Only because like I was like we spent $350 on it.
Yeah.
We're not going to get anywhere close to $350 and I'm not buying another TV for $350 when I move or whatever. So
Screw
we were
that.
like, yeah, we were like we'll figure it out. But when we were in the process of moving, we didn't have we sold our couch and our whole living room furniture, and then the TV was in our bedroom, and that was like the only time the TV was in our bedroom. And then when we moved into the house and stuff, that TV went into our bedroom, and then we bought a new TV for the living room, like a little bigger one. 35 inches bigger. No, no, we bought a bigger one for the math is probably totally wrong, but I'm not even gonna say the size of the TV. So we bought a new TV for the living room, and since then our bedroom TV isn't even plugged in. We probably should have just sold it. Because we really like once we're in our bedroom.
Put it in the bathroom.
I know, but our bathroom is like has a closet poop area. there's a word for it.
On the door.
I'm trying to think what it's called, but
An
like
outhouse?
no.
I've seen a picture. I know what you're talking. It's literally
Yeah.
like you walk in. It's a whole bathroom, but for some reason it's like a stall almost, but it's actual like
For
its
the
own room.
poopy area.
Yeah, stop making it so weird.
Why is it so weird?
For the poopy area.
Where you do the dookies. No.
Yeah, where you listen to Dookie by Green Day for 40 minutes.
It's called A Simple Barrier. Oh wait,
Really?
no, that's not what it's called.
Okay, you're just a
No, I
bullshit.
looked it up and it says add a simple barrier between the toilet and the rest of the bathroom. So I think that's just an idea though.
I mean, we could go the British route and just call it a water closet and just call it
I
a day.
mean, I guess that is what it is. It's a water closet, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally like a little closet where you poop in.
Where you make water.
Yes. So yeah, it's like separated. So that room is too tiny to put anything.
Yeah.
You know, when you told me that, we had a little 28-inch TV, and I honestly thought about it. But
I'm
it's
not,
so small, I would have to put it in like portrait, like like tall.
it's
Like
okay.
it's okay as long as we have a TV in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I can play games on
I
it.
really went like that's the perfect when you don't have steam of a shower going into it. That's the perfect time where you could put a TV in the bathroom. So
Yeah, but that's where I make all the Instagram posts for Disaster Project.
oh
I
damn,
don't want to be distracted by the
yeah, exactly.
TV.
Our productivity would just like plummet.
We would never post if
Yeah, because it's definitely not me. I mean, no, it's an equal partnership, right?
Yeah, so that's where all the posts come from. That's where the great ideas for posts are made.
Yeah.
And they're I'm making two forms of Dookie. One is our post because they suck. No. But yeah, so I think we actually hit the mark adding our previous
I think
recording.
yeah, no, we're like 5 minutes over, but
All right, guys. So we're gonna cut it not short because we're over, but abruptly we're gonna end this episode. So thank you for listening to the Disaster Project.